Did you ever think about you can use mathematical logic to define what's good and evil? And understanding this is the key to shaping a bright future in the next few years for all of us. And this definition is the same regardless of your religion. It applies to all religions, or even if you don't have a religion, it's all the same. So a mathematical definition of good is that if something good happens to other people, you feel good about it. And then the opposite of that, mathematically, is that if something bad happens to other people, you feel good about that, okay? And this is actually a very real thing in this world. If we just look at something like investors, people that invest money in defense companies or defense contractors that make money from war, then these people, they will actually feel good if a new war starts because all their stock values go up and they will make a lot more money. Actually, the worse the war gets and the more people die and get injured, the more money they'll make. And the same thing applies to certain companies in this category where if a big outbreak of something bad happens and many people get sick, they will make more money as well. And this can even be generalized for several crises. If you look at a broad spectrum of what's going on in the world, big crises can often sell a solution, and there are investors in all of this. Other examples of what's good and evil would be that good is characterized by using principles such as truth and justice, which is then the opposite of lies and injustice, right? And goodness makes use of principles such as freedom and love, which is the opposite of extortion and manipulation and hatred, right? And the good qualities often result in a life of happiness, whereas a life characterized by these qualities over here result in a life in fear and sadness. Another quality on the good side is gratitude, because that's the opposite of greed. And a lot of these things that happen over here is the result of greed simply, and combined, of course, with these other qualities that are not good qualities, right? And this is simple mathematical logic. As you can see, it's the opposite of each other. And I really hope a lot of people will watch this, because there are some people that are nihilists, meaning that they don't believe that anything is real. They don't believe that there's anything good or evil, but there really is, as you can see, even in terms of big business and investment, right? So the good news is that most normal people are 99.9999% good people, I believe. And then there's a group of these good people that have been misinformed into believing in woke projects that are all supporting these industries. And that's all done by media. Basically, I call it emotional porn. It's basically showing things on the TV that makes you feel strongly about supporting certain wars or certain projects in these other categories, and then just transferring a huge amount of wealth and power into the hands of these corporations, right? So I believe that 99.999% of people are good people at their heart with the same core values. And that's something to keep in mind. And it's really important that we understand all this. We reach a common understanding of what good and evil is before the arrival of AI, because AI will become so powerful and all-encompassing on all our lives. So it's going to be really crucial if the people that control AI, if that's the normal good people that like these values, or if it's companies that are conditioned by their own systems of making money. It's basically a bad system. It's not necessarily bad people that are resulting in this over here. It's more the system that is incentivizing them to live according to these values because it increases their cash flow. So we need to fix this. But the key to fixing this is a common understanding of what good and evil is based on mathematical logic, okay? And we need to reach a conclusion where we investigate all places where these institutions and companies, they collaborate. So such as the WEF, we need to investigate them, and we need to surveil all their bank accounts to see how they are corrupting the people in our leaderships to make all these bad things happen. And then we need to establish an ethical and fully surveilled council, that is a council that oversees all politics and AI management, where all people involved, they are fully surveilled, so they can make a lot of money, that's fine, by getting a high salary, but they need to be under full surveillance with all their bank accounts so that they cannot be corrupted, and so that they follow ethical principles that benefit the general public and avoid falling into this trap up here. Okay, so this is what we need to figure out in the world right now if we want to build a bright future. And remember, we can really make this happen. This is not just imagination. We have a system in place where we can vote on these things, and if enough people talk about it, if you share this video, if enough people talk about it on social media, If enough people talk about it in the companies where you work, around this table, then politicians will start listening and they will actually make it a thing because they want to get voted on and they want to win their elections. And in order to do that, they have to do what the people want. So keep speaking about it, keep posting about it, and it will become a thing. If you know anybody in high government, talk to them. They will make it a thing. And this is something I'm working on. Make sure that you're subscribed. I'm working on a big project in this topic here, and stay tuned for next video. Thank you for watching.